Hey everybody, I'm back with part two. Um, like I say, me and my husband, we worked together for 4 years. The last 2 years we kind of secretly dated. There was some things that had happened toward the end of that, which everybody knew that we were dating. And, but anyway, we really didn't have like most of the times, if we went out to eat, I paid for my food, he paid for his. We didn't really have that much money. He had lived off on his own before. He lived in different states. He lived where my friend Rick from Cooking with Rick lived, and everything, but he moved back in with his parents. So when we was at work one day, and I had lost Megan and everything, so my body was still going through a lot and a lot of healing and stuff. So we were at work, and he was going to drive me home. It was the weekend, so he was going to stay the night. And because if you remember in part one, he lives so far away, Mom said that he could just sleep on the couch. So on the way home from work, he started talking, and I was still very depressed and very upset. I didn't know that my heart could hurt like it did, so I was still going through a lot emotionally. So I really wasn't paying him that much attention. But we was going across the railroad tracks, and he's like, "So, would you like to marry me?" I never did answer him, and for the long ride to my house, when we finally pulled up in the driveway, he's like, "Well, you want to marry me or not?" And I'm like, "Well, okay, I will." And so we went in and told my mom, and then the next day we went over to my aunt's, and both of my aunts were there, went to one of their houses, told them, and we sat down and picked a date. And from the time he asked me to the time we were married was 6 weeks. And it was not a stressful event. It's like I didn't have to say, "Look, me and my mom, we're broke. We don't have any money." And, but it wasn't stressful. I had asked, remember, I was around all of my little cousins. My 2 aunts had 3 kids each, so I was around them, and 3 of them, I lived with them during the week and got them ready for school and did the school and the baseball and t-ball and all with them. So Lisa was the oldest, so I told my sister, I'm like, "I don't want to hurt your feelings. Lisa's been with me longer, so I want her to be my matron or maid, whatever they call it, of honor. Are you all right with that?" And she said, "That's okay, as long as she still gets to be in it." And I'm like, "Well, of course, she'll be one of my bridesmaids." Well, my sister does sing, and she travels all over and sings Southern gospel. But, and so does my dad. And then it came to the part of who was going to walk me down the aisle. Would it be my dad? And if y'all have watched the story of our separation, you'll know about that. Or would it be my stepdad? Or will it be one of my 2 uncles? That was a very hard decision for me. And I knew I would tick somebody off either way it went. And so I wanted to make a decision that later on in life I would look back and not regret it. So I chose my dad. And we really wasn't speaking a lot then either, but I did choose my dad to walk me down the aisle. And I know that hurt my stepdad's feelings, and I know that bothered my 2 uncles. They never said nothing, but before our marriage, my mom and my stepdad separated until after the marriage, and I don't know why, but I wonder if it had something to do with that. I will always wonder, but I won't bring it up. And so my mama was then, had nothing, just her check it was enough just to pay what bills she had. So, and she had moved back in with my mama. And so Mama was really struggling, and I didn't want to make that hard on her. So my only regret of my wedding was I didn't get to pick out my own wedding dress. That is my only regret that I have. I didn't even get to go shopping and looking at wedding dresses because I knew I couldn't afford one. I knew nobody would buy one for me. And so my sister was like, just wear my wedding dress, just wear my wedding dress. Well, I didn't want to wear her wedding dress, but I didn't say nothing, and I just said, okay. And it happened to fit, you know, and everything. So that's the only regret that I have, is I think that I should have had a chance to pick out my own wedding dress. But I didn't make no fuss about it. I didn't say nothing about it. You know, I didn't go to my mama, you know, why can't you do this for me? I just didn't do it. And so when we went to Ricky's parents' house, and I just want to say I love his mom. His mom is an awesome person. I love that woman to death. And I love his dad too. But I love his mom. She is awesome. And they never made me feel like I was broke. I apologize for that. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I'm hormonal. But anyway, I wanted my sister to sing, but she wanted to be in the wedding. So then I was like, well, my daddy can sing, but he was giving me away. So anyway, we went to his parents' house, and that's what I was saying. She had her list going, and she was, you know, asking a lot of questions and stuff, and I really didn't know how to answer. But it's like, she's like, what colors would you like for your wedding? And I told her, she helped me decide, and I said, I like the colors peach and blue, like a light baby blue. Well, the colors got mixed up because when someone went to order, when they went to order their tuxes or whatever, they're like seafoam green. So my colors winded up being peach and seafoam green. But she's like, look at these napkin styles, you know. And I'm like, well, you know, we can't afford that. She says, oh, just look, just look. And I was like, well, those are cute. But what I didn't know was she was ordering them. And she did offer to take me to JCPenney's. She said, can I take you to go looking for a wedding dress? And I was so shy, I didn't want them thinking, Lord, they're going to have to pay for everything. So I told her no thank you, even though I really did. And so I knew that it would just be just a simple wedding. We got married where his parents still goes to church. It's a small little church, and it's up there where they live. And he did want the preacher who was their preacher when he was little to marry us, and we met with them and everything. But train keeps falling off the track. And I knew that I wouldn't have flowers or nothing like that, so I didn't even plan on them. So all of my little cousins was going to be in my wedding, and me and my sister and Lisa, we went to Walmart. I picked out just this pretty simple dress pattern because she knew somebody that would just make their dresses for $25, because I said there's no sense in spending a bunch of money for a dress that you're only going to wear one time. And they just wore whatever shoes that they liked. And my aunt actually came over because her youngest was going to be my flower girl, and at the flea market she found this beautiful peach dress that had the antique lace on it and stuff. So, I mean, everybody just picked out what they was going to do. My one request was I wanted them to wear tuxes with tails. I love the tux with the tails. But Richard was supposed to be in the white, and the rest of the ushers was supposed to be in black. Well, the day of the wedding, he showed up in black and everybody else in white, so that got mixed up. And that couple that I said we'd went bowling with at work, she just came up to me. She says, I'm singing your song. And I'm like, what do you mean you're singing my song? She says, I'm singing in your wedding, and that's that. And I'm like, what do you mean you're singing in my wedding? So I went and asked Richard about it, and he goes, she came up to me and just said she was going to do it. And we're like, okay. I wanted the Bryan Adams song, Everything I Do For You. That was real popular, but I didn't get that. I didn't even get to pick my own song. But the song she sang was pretty, but I still get made fun of. My sister will kind of make fun of me on that. But his brother videotaped the whole thing. He even videotaped rehearsals. And I didn't know that I was not supposed to practice my part. And they had me walking. One of my mama's friends made my veil. What do you call them things that go on your head? I think it's veil. And my aunt made my bouquet, in which everybody says my bouquet was so pretty. And my mother-in-law did take me because she worked at Kmart, and she bought my wedding shoes. And then me and his sister went shopping, and Richard would always sing that song with the black lace fishnet pantyhose. So I told his sister, I says, I'd love to find a pair of that just so the day of the wedding you just kind of shock everybody. And sure enough, we went to a lot of places and we found a pair, and she bought them for me. And she bought me some lipstick, and she said that she would do my hair, my makeup, and she would take the pictures. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. The day of my wedding, my mom didn't even know about the black fishnet pantyhose. So when they brought me out to take the picture of her with the garter, and I pulled my dress up, my mama looked at me and said, get in there and change them right now. I can't believe you wearing that. But anyway, so that was just kind of a surprise, just something funny. And like, I didn't know the surprise that they had waiting on me, because like I say, I knew there would be no flowers, there would be nothing. The day of my wedding came, and I met his sister up at the church, but I was not allowed to go into the sanctuary part. She said, let's just go back here. That's where I got ready. She did my hair and my makeup, and the only time I saw the inside of the sanctuary was when it was time they walked me through out the back door around to the front door to come in. And when they opened the doors, they were beautiful flowers and candelabras everywhere. I'll be back. Sorry, y'all. And, but I'm going back and forth. But anyway, that just was like awesome. And my mom got my wedding cake at Winn-Dixie, if you know, that used to be a grocery store around here. You know, and my aunts, they made the punch and everything, but it's like everybody just planned all of this, and I didn't have to do nothing. It was awesome. And like I say, the only one regret I have is the wedding dress. But I'll leave this here for now, because I know this is getting long, and I can't, if I can think of anything else. Oh, the rehearsal dinner was the best food I have ever ate in my life. It was there at the church, and I didn't even know what was going to be served. But, and I've got video clips. His parents, they just set out a long table, and it had nice, you know, it had at every section, like dressing and steak sauce. They had made steaks. They rented a big old grill. They made steaks on the grill. They had so much salad to make that his mom was actually mixing it in a garbage bag, I heard. Potatoes, and the best lemon pie I have ever ate. She made all of this homemade. It was her homemade lemon pie. And everybody brags about that meal. It was just the best meal that I still say I have ever had in my life. And his parents, my mom, and my two aunts, and of course his brothers and his sister, went above and beyond to make sure that our day was very special.